What's up, barbecue fans? Today we're talking about smoked chicken, and I'm going to share with you a hack to help you get over that rubbery skin that most of you have probably experienced. If you're new to smoking or you've been doing it for a little while, there is a very high probability that you've tried to smoke chicken and you've ended up with some great smoke flavor in that chicken, but some chewy, rubbery skin that you rip off and you throw out, right? The challenge when it comes to smoking chicken is that you need it to cook at a low temperature so you can get some smoke into it, but you need the high temperature to actually crisp up that skin. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a super simple, easy hack that anyone can do. You can see I've already got some smoke rolling in my Yoder YS640S, but if you listen, nothing's running. Inside I've got a smoker tube that's half filled with pellets. We've already lit it from a previous video that I was recording, but I'm gonna go over it real quick. Half of a pellet tube will give you about 2 hours of smoke. We are just over a third, so I'm thinking we're gonna get about an hour and a half of smoke. We want a torch or a creme brulee lighter to light this guy up, and all you do is you light it, get a flame going for about a minute or two, and then blow it out and let it go. This is gonna give us some smoke flavor without any heat being added. So what we're doing here is we're gonna get some smoke in here with a pellet tube, and it's just gonna be a cold smoke. Now, I am gonna turn the Yoder on, right? The great thing about the Yoder is when I turn it on and if I don't hit the start button, the fans will go around. If you don't have the fans going, you're gonna get a lot of dirty smoke in here. So you don't want that. You want the smokes, or you want the air movement and the fans there to help ensure that that smoke tube is burning some clean smoke. All that's the air movement is going to stoke the smoldering pellets and give you a cleaner smoke flavor. So, but what we're gonna do is we're going to put that chicken on and we're just gonna cold smoke it for a good hour and a half. Speaking of chicken, let's go get our chicken and I'll show you how we're gonna do it. So here's our chicken. We're gonna get on some gloves. Just makes prepping way easier. And typically what I like to do is whatever hand's gonna work and touch on the meat, I'll glove that up. And then if I'm gonna use a knife or something like that, I will leave it ungloved just so I've got full control over what I'm using. This is just an air-chilled organic chicken. Use any chicken you like. And these are some kitchen shears. Now you can absolutely do this with a knife, exact same process. I have kitchen shears, so I tend to use those. But essentially what we're gonna do here is we're going to half this chicken, and I'm gonna find, there's your backbone right here, and we're just gonna go along the side. You're gonna cut through some bones, but they're soft bones, so the knife will go through it, no problem. If you're gonna try and do it with a knife, it's easier to hold it up on its edge and go down on a 45-degree angle, right? Then you've got your wishbone here, so you're gonna go through that. I'm gonna cut it that way. And then if you had a knife, you could go right through the center breastbone plate here. I'm gonna cut through that anyhow with the shears. We now have 2 chicken hasps we're gonna use. Now today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some of this Meat Church Blanco. This has been one of my go-to rubs since it came out, I don't know, a year ago or so, a year and a half ago. And it's a great all-purpose rub. It's got some salt, pepper in it, and some onion powder, garlic, a couple other things in there. And it's quite tasty, so I've been using a lot of it. If you're into Meat Church spices, I have a discount code RumandCook11. You can go to appbbq.com, use my discount code, stock up on some rubs, some seasonings, marinades, injections, all that fun stuff, and you can save 11%. Make sure you get the top and the bottom. Now, you can chop off the wingtip if you want. Not much value in the wingtip, if you ask me, but totally up to you. Top and bottom here. Now, if you're a regular around the channel, you probably noticed that I missed a couple of videos over the summer, which is unusual for me, but I actually caught pneumonia. So I was out of it for 3 weeks. Didn't have a voice for 4 weeks. Luckily, I was recorded far enough ahead that I could get away with it and not let you guys down. But yeah, it was pretty brutal. Lost almost 20 pounds. Didn't drink for almost a month. It was very interesting experience. I don't want to go through it again. I kept my cough for about a month after that. But I'm back to normal. Although I still have some weight that I've lost, which good byproduct of that. Anyhow, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our chicken, and get it away from the flies, and we're gonna put it up here on the top rack. Oh, I'm lying, I don't have the top rack in. Hold on. There we go. There we go, we got a top rack now. We're just gonna throw this right in the middle. It doesn't really matter where you put it. I'm not gonna put it directly over top of the smoke tube, but we're gonna let that sit like so. And we're using the top rack because smoke is gonna come up and go across the top and out the chimney. So that's gonna maximize the smoke we can get on there. And like I said earlier, we're gonna smoke for about an hour and a half. Nothing to do. It's before noon, so I am back to having rum and cokes, but right now it's water. However, when we come back, it'll be rum and coke. I'll see you in a little bit. One thing I forgot to mention is today we're using some Bear Mountain hickory pellets. I love me some hickory on chicken. And when it comes to pellets, Bear Mountain's my go-to. I've been using them for 2 or 3 years at this point. I've tried 9 or 10 other brands, and I love me some Bear Mountain. I think they make an amazing product. And really, at the end of the day, when it comes to a pellet smoker, pellets are important, because if you use a low quality pellet, you're not going to get the results. We're also in the smoke tube. I just opened my hopper and I filled it up with some Bear Mountain hickory pellets as well. So that's what's smoking in our initial stages. All right, so it's been 2 hours. Let's have a look at our chicken. Doesn't look too interesting yet, but a few things have happened. Let me just get this off. Now we're gonna hit our start button. We set that to 450. And a few things have happened here. So number one, we got 2 hours of smoke in them. These are gonna have some nice smoke flavor. Number two, the seasoning got 2 hours to penetrate deeper into the meat, add some more flavor to it. Number three, in that time of the 2 hours, we had some air moving over top of the skin to help dry it out. And if you look at it, significant amounts of moisture have now disappeared. So that'll help it cook. Number four, it's the afternoon and I can finally have a rum and coke. Cheers. What we're doing now is we're gonna let this come up to temperature up to 450. And what I wanna do is I wanna keep the chicken off. I'm gonna take the chicken inside for 20 minutes or so to let this guy come up to temperature, because I don't want to cook the chicken while this is coming up to temp. I want to just get it over that hot heat right away. All right, so let me take this inside and I'll bring you back as soon as we put it on. So it's 90 degrees outside. It's only been about 15 minutes. We're close enough. We're sitting at about 420, still going up. I just want to get it over 400. Let's put our chicken on. I've taken out the top rack so you can get a better angle of it. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm lying, we're gonna put it this way. Turn this around here real quick. All right, so what we're doing here, our firebox is here on the Yoder. We're putting our legs and our thighs on the back side of that diffuser plate that we can remove. Put it directly over the firebox. The reason why we're putting the thigh and leg at the right side is that that's actually hotter than the left side by a little bit. Not a lot, we're right over the firebox, but I have found when I've been doing some searing tests just during the week when I'm doing some cooking and whatnot, that it is just a little bit hotter on the right. So obviously chicken breast cooks a little slower than the leg and the thigh, so we're just gonna leverage a little bit of positioning to help us out there. These are probably gonna take about 45 minutes. I'll bring you back when it's done. All right, it's been 35 minutes. We're done. We just hit 160. Would have liked to pull them off at about 150, but we cooked a little quicker than I expected, but look at the color. Oh man, let's get these guys off. Check out that chicken. I mean, that is ridiculously crispy. I'm gonna knock all my seasoning off, but that's about as crispy as it gets. I mean, it's almost as crispy as if it had been deep fried. You can see, got some great color. The bone take all the heat, and we took all that heat and we used it to crisp out that skin. You can even smell the smoke on it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this rest for about 10 minutes, and then we'll take a bite. All right, so it's finally ready to try this chicken out. So couple things, quick recap. Cold smoked, no heat, just a smoke tube with the fan running for 2 hours, and then we took it off and let the odor come up to about 420 degrees, 425 degrees. We did set it at 450, but I put the chicken inside I didn't want to start cooking it until we were up the temperature. Then we cooked for 35 minutes, let it rest for 13 minutes. There's my 3-minute timer. And here we go. So we gained a couple things here. Number one, we got some smoke into our chicken. We dried out our skin because of all that moving air. Let the seasoning penetrate for a little while. We got some crispy chicken, and I'll tell you what, it will be some juicy chicken, because if you know anything about chicken, chicken likes to be cooked hot and fast. Think rotisserie, think deep fried chicken, right? It really does well under a hot and fast cook. So, eeny, meeny, miny, let's figure out which one we want. We're gonna take this guy right here. Looking juicy. I don't know, we're gonna take a spot right here. Oh man, you can hear the crispiness of that. Right through, got a little bit of bone there. These knives are sharp. Take that off there. Bite through, crispy skin. We'll even try a little bit of the breast here since it's staring me in the face. And I mean, look, we cut into that. There's all the juices on the board. There's all the juices in this chicken. That, my friends, if you've got the time, is my new favorite way to do chicken. Giving it that time to cold smoke, really get some smoky flavor into it, but you end up with a great, delicious, moist, crispy skin chicken in the end, which I love. If you got some value to this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Listen, if chicken is your thing, check out this video right here. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you soon.